My name is Grace GIMPEL. I play Nora in the Aurora Project. I am the captain of the Aurora. She is headstrong, energetic, curious, I think is the biggest word for her. She just seeks and devours knowledge. My character, I feel like I'm similar to her in a way where there's this really huge desire to figure out what it is that we're alive for. I think that's the biggest thing we have in common, and it pretty much might end there. She's a lot bolder than I am. So having like a authoritative way of speaking has been really hard for me without just being loud, so working on that.
My name is Kai Young, and I'm playing Constantine, the android of the play. And he is sort of like a new being, born into adulthood, struggling with his emotions and trying to figure out what it all means. I have a hard time connecting with my emotions personally, so I guess I totally get where Constantine's coming from when he goes into android mode, or when he gets really jealous or angry about something that really shouldn't be a big deal.
I am Bella Poynton, and I am playing the role of Questry. Questry is an alien. He's a quirky fellow. Ends up being the best friend of the main character, Constantine, the android. Fun-loving, he's very free, he's a little troubled from the past, and he believes in love above all things. It's been pretty easy to identify with Questry because I get along with him a lot. He's a very empathetic guy, and I'd like to think I am too. He's very in your face and just very wide-eyed at the new world he's in, and I think that's an important thing to keep in your daily life, so.
Hi, I'm SCANLON, and I am playing the Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper is actually a being of light, but in this context she has changed herself into like a human-type form so that she doesn't scare Nora away. She's definitely a traveler. I mean, she's been around for millions of years. She's searching for something. She needs something, and so in that way you can take these otherworldly characters and really bring it to the kernel of what they are as someone who needs something.
I'm Christian ISELY. I'm playing the designer. Designer is represented in two ways within the play. There's the actual character, or the creator of Constantine, and also he's represented in holographic form on the ship as essentially a program. In his interactions with Constantine, he's very fatherly. He's obviously taken a great deal of pride in what he's been able to achieve in Constantine. But I think there's always maybe a little suspicion of what is he withholding from Constantine and Nora. Is Constantine just a sort of a function to achieve a larger goal, or is there actual tenderness and warmth involved? Or is it just simply an extension of the designer's ego?
I like that it's an original piece. It's hard for a theater company doing sci-fi and fantasy to really find a lot of material, and it's important for us as a company to explore new writers and to encourage them to explore fantasy and sci-fi as an outlet for their medium.
This play feels so grand, and it's got a huge scale. I mean, it's all over the universe, but it's only 2 people and it's in one room. And I'm really impressed by scripts that paint a world like that. I've always wanted to be a space captain, so I was very excited when we were reading the script, and I was pleading that I was really hoping that I was going to get this part.
As typical with Otherworld stuff, I was like, okay, this sounds ambitious and difficult to achieve on stage. After accepting the part, which is unusual, I then got to see the script. And I was really impressed by it. I liked it, and I liked the potential, the opportunity there for me as an actor. I thought it was going to give me an opportunity to do something a little bit different than I've done in the past.
I love sci-fi. I totally love sci-fi. I'm so into that. I'm really into horror. And so I've actually played a decent amount of non-human characters, but this one was pretty different than any of the ones that I've ever played before, so taking out the picture of me, I just, wow, this is a really sci-fi player. That would be great.
A solid love story, and it's got a lot of intriguing characters and twists, and it's just a very nice tale.
I really like artificial intelligent creatures who cope with their own humanity. My first D&D character was like that.
5 things that have one nice end. Probably some warm tea.
She's a gatekeeper, and she basically takes care of her universe. And so I think that she'd probably have a diary of people that she wants to keep an eye out for, and experiences that she's had, or creatures that she's gotten to be, or that sort of thing.
A plant that he takes immaculate care of.
She likes to talk about time. She seems fascinated about that. So I think she probably has something like a pocket watch.
I was gonna say Atlas, but I changed that to Star Chart because this is space.
A book. Let's say The Little Prince.
Those alarm clocks that wake you up with light.
A glass of water, because that's important for anybody.
A music box.
A journal.
A light painting.
A little framed picture of Constantine.
Most of a bagel.
A rubber ducky, sure.
I want to say a signed picture of George Takei. I don't know why, but I feel like that's Questri's man. Oh my.
I suppose all the usual things.
My favorite line that Questri says during the play. He's talking about his old love, Sola, who is with the stars when we meet him, and he says she was as wild as a bag of squirrels. Imagine all the most romantic things you could say about your loved one, and he honestly means, like, the best translation he has is like, man, she was like a bag of squirrels. What a good time.
I believe it's my opening line, which is very simple, but to me it was key to how the approach I was going to take, which is just, your name is Constantine. And it was you know, and then I just said, no, wait, this is, if I can get this line right, then the rest of the character is going to just fall into place. I thought this was going to set the tone.
I like saying, and where is that spindly alien? It's just a fun thing to say. It's fun to yell that. It's very toothy.
She refers to Constantine as an android and a machine, and it's fun to just kind of give him that little, ooh, you android, I don't like you.
There's a part where Nora is sort of in this transcendent place, and she talks about essentially like her dreams is what I feel like it is. She describes the universe, and she says how badly she'd like to go see it and what humans are like. And the end of that is really nice for me, where she just goes, seek your findings and log them well, because the earth is old and dying and no longer holds any beauty, but there's plenty out there among the stars.